And this group kind of goes along with, the way I feel about this group really goes along with the project that I'm working on, and that's the idea that if you put the right people together, then really good things are going to happen. If you're working towards a common goal, then things are going to happen. In my district, when I went to the central office, I'm Instructional Supervisor, Federal Programs, PD, ESS. But when I came in, both schools had just purchased a 3-year canned professional development program, which is about as exciting to participate in as it is to say and talk about. So we endured that, and with teacher feedback and everything that we know about learning and making it relevant for our students, in my mind, all of that applies to our teachers as well. So when we completed the obligations that we had with those contracts, I wanted to move our district towards a personalized learning plan for our teachers that was based on what they, through self-reflection and in meetings with their principal and in work they engaged with, that they identified as areas that they wanted to work on. We were also fortunate enough last year to receive an instructional transformation grant, which gave me a perfect platform to begin this work, and it also gave me a little bit of funding to provide the things that the teachers would need. So we formed a district leadership team last year in January, and we made sure that we included teacher leaders on that team, because I felt like that if we were going to really get through to teachers and engage them in meaningful and relevant professional learning, that it needed to come from their peers. They've said, and I've thought, that administrators do things to teachers and other teachers do things with them. So we wanted it to be a situation where our teachers were working together to improve practices and instruction in our district. So we formed the DLT. We set some goals for that group based on the feedback that we gave on the innovation configuration map, and that told us there were 3 things we needed to work on: assessment literacy, vertical collaboration, and professional learning experiences for teachers. So we wanted to I want to take this project and try to address all of those things. Together with that team, we developed a professional learning survey that all teachers took at the end of last year. Teachers indicated what they felt were their areas of strength, what areas they wanted to work on from the Davidson framework, and then we also gave them options for other areas if they wanted to look at tech integration, if they wanted to look at questioning strategies, or whatever it was that they felt like they needed to grow in. We gave them an opportunity to give us that feedback. The teacher leaders, there were 8 teachers and 4 administrators. We looked at all of that data. We grouped the teachers based on what they said they wanted to work on, and then we matched those areas with the strengths of our DLT. Over the summer, we provided 2 days of training for what would become our collaborative learning partners. Part of that work involved meeting and kind of fleshing out that role. What does it mean to be the leader of professional learning for this group? What are the responsibilities? What characteristics do we need these people to have? What's this work going to look like? And teachers, administrators, everybody was involved in that process, so I felt really good about what we did there. So we matched those teachers up. We provided training for them on working with adult learners, what effective professional learning communities look like, ways that you can engage learners. And then we provided that training in the summer, and then over the course of the school year, we meet with that group every month so that we can provide additional training, we can support one another. They plan we call them cadres, they plan their cadre sessions together. We have sort of a skeleton agenda that has certain items that we expect each time, but how they get to that is based on the learning styles of their teachers. That was also part of the survey. If they preferred, video learning, if they wanted to do blogging, if they wanted to incorporate Twitter or online resources or whatever, their collaborative learning partner had access to that data, so they could really tailor the small groups to the needs and the wants and the learning styles of their group. So those, they've met twice this year so far. We have 3 meetings after school each semester. The 3rd one will be in the month of November, and then at that time we'll issue another survey to our staff so they can give us some feedback on the process, and we can make any adjustments that we might need to make for 2nd semester. Right now those cadres are focused on the domains from the Davidson framework. But then also to provide further personalized opportunities for teachers, we also have some subscriptions to archived webinars. We have our technology coordinator has put together a series of videos on the various programs and technical questions and things like that that they said they wanted to work on. We have PLCs every week, and we take notes on things that teachers say that they want. And we've had professional learning opportunities this year that have had one teacher in them because that's what that teacher said that they needed for their students to be successful. And if that's what they needed, then in my mind it's our job to provide it for them. And so those are some of the ways that we're trying to personalize the learning experience for our teachers. They each have a plan. They get input and feedback on what they're studying and how they're studying it, and then whatever feedback they give us, we're willing to take it and try to incorporate it so the experience is as meaningful for them as possible. Fingers crossed that it will translate into more effective practices in the classroom and our students being more successful. I believe that with everything I am. So, if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer. I know I talked fast. I can't help it. Thank you all.